So, this is not a drill. Bradley Cooper just casually admitted that his family got hooked on a Turkish rom-com, and yes, it's Erkenci Kuş, aka Daydreamer. And the funniest part, it wasn't even him who started it. It was his mom. Today I'm breaking down what he said, why the internet is losing it, and what this means for Turkish dramas, and for Can Yaman's global hype. If you enjoy quick celeb moments and Turkish drama updates like this, hit subscribe, you're gonna love what's coming. Alright, here's what sparked the whole thing. According to multiple reports, Bradley Cooper was talking on a podcast appearance, and he mentioned that his mother became absolutely obsessed with a Turkish TV series, the 2018 rom-com Erkenci Kuş. He described it like a soap opera, said his mom watched it 4 or 5 times, and then he dropped the real surprise. He basically admitted, it's actually pretty good. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does Bradley Cooper end up talking about a Turkish romantic comedy? And that's exactly why this clip went viral. Because it's one of those cross-cultural moments that feels unreal, like Hollywood and Turkish dramas randomly collided in the funniest, most wholesome way. But let's not oversell it. The main superfan here is his mom, that's the headline. Bradley's role is more like the guy who heard it non-stop at home, watched enough to have an opinion, and then realized he could not escape the Daydreamer universe. And honestly, that makes it even better. Because anyone who's lived with a parent who falls in love with a TV show knows exactly how this goes. First you ignore it. Then you hear it every day. Then you start recognizing the characters. Then you sit down, just for 5 minutes. And suddenly you're invested like, wait, why did Sanam do that? You don't choose the drama life. The drama life chooses your household. So what is Erkenci Kuş and why does it do this to people? If you've never watched it, it's a romantic comedy with that classic opposites attract energy, but done in a super addictive, feel-good way. It's bright, emotional, funny, dramatic in the right places. And it has 2 leads that basically carry the entire show with insane chemistry. On one side you have Sanam, played by Demet Özdemir, the dreamy, creative, slightly chaotic heroine you can't help but root for. On the other side you have Kandivit, played by Can Yaman, the wild, confident, rugged guy who looks like he belongs in an adventure movie and somehow ends up in this hilarious, emotional love story. And here's the thing, even if you're not a rom-com person, the show has that binge-friendly rhythm. It's comfort TV. It's the kind of series where you're like, one more episode, and then your brain wakes up at 3 a.m. and you're still watching. So when Bradley Cooper says, by the way, it's pretty good, it's not that shocking if you've seen the show. But it's still shocking because it's Bradley Cooper. This is the kind of moment that makes fans go, wait, did Hollywood just notice us? And that's the bigger story here. Turkish series have been quietly building a global audience for years. People in Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, even parts of the US, they've been binging Turkish dramas like it's nothing. But you don't always get a mainstream Hollywood name casually validating it in a viral clip. So why did this blow up so hard online? 'Cause it hits 3 things at once. First, it's unexpected. Bradley Cooper talking about Daydreamer is not on anybody's 2026 bingo card. Second, it's relatable. My mom is addicted to this show and now I know all the characters. Is the most universal story ever. Third, it's flattering, especially for fans of Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. Because when a global star even mentions your favorite show, it feels like a win. And let's talk about Can Yaman for a second, because this matters for his momentum. Can already has a massive international fanbase. But moments like this act like rocket fuel for discovery. People who never heard of him might click because of Bradley Cooper. Then they see clips. Then they go down the rabbit hole. That's literally how fan bases grow. One viral moment at a time. And it's also perfectly timed because Can's name is already buzzing for other reasons. Projects, appearances, the whole what's next energy around him. So this is the kind of viral boost that keeps him in the conversation even when there's no official trailer dropping that week. Now, here's the funny part. A lot of headlines are trying to phrase it like, Bradley Cooper is a huge fan of Erkenci Kuş. That's the clickbait version. The more accurate version is, his mom is a devoted fan, he got exposed to it, and he admitted it's good. Still viral. Still iconic, but the nuance matters. And honestly, the mom factor is what makes it wholesome instead of random. Because it shows something real. Turkish dramas aren't just internet clips. They're the kind of shows families binge together. They become comfort TV. They become routine. And that's why they travel so well across cultures. Even if you don't understand every cultural reference, you understand the emotions. And a rom-com with strong chemistry. That translates in every language. Now, quick context for anyone new. Erkenci Kuş is known internationally as Daydreamer. So if you're searching for it on streaming or social media, you might see both names depending on the country and platform. And this is where the comments always get interesting because the show pops up in different places depending on region. Some people watched it on TV reruns, some on streaming, some through clips that turned into full episode binges. So I want to do something fun. If you're watching this right now, comment your country and tell me where you watched Daydreamer/Erkenci Kuş. I'm genuinely curious how far this series has traveled. Now let's talk about the why this matters part beyond the meme. Hollywood is built on global attention. The entertainment world constantly looks for stories and stars that can cross borders. When a mainstream name like Bradley Cooper casually mentions a Turkish series, it's a little signal that the cultural wall is thinner than people think. And that creates opportunity. For actors, for writers, for productions, for international collaborations, for streaming platforms to pick up more titles, and for audiences to feel like their favorites are finally being recognized outside their bubble. But even if none of that happens, this is still a moment worth enjoying, because it's funny, it's sweet, and it proves one thing: good entertainment travels. Also, can we appreciate how specific it is that the show he mentioned is Erkenci Kuş? Because if you asked fans to pick a Turkish rom-com that could hook someone's mom instantly, Daydreamer is absolutely top tier. It's bright, romantic, dramatic, and the leads are ridiculously charismatic. It's basically engineered to become a binge obsession. So yeah, Bradley Cooper's household got caught in the Daydreamer trap. And now the internet is caught in it too. Alright, your turn. Have you watched Erkenci Kuş/Daydreamer? If yes, did you love it? Or did you drop it after a few episodes? And if you haven't watched it yet, does the Bradley Cooper clip make you curious? Tell me in the comments. I'm reading all of them.